What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over a cover 2 beater out of the Oakland Raiders offense. Now, towards the end of this video, I'll show you guys a couple things you can do to prevent these cover 2 bombs. One's going to require quick adjustments, and the other one's going to be a little bit different than what you might expect. So let's go into formations. We're going to go into strong close. The play is going to be wide trail. Now, make sure that that corner out or whatever kind of route that is, you need to make sure he's on the wide side of the field. So with that being said, be on a hash. In the play call menu, I don't know, some people actually don't know this surprisingly, you can see where the hash marks are, and you can see where the ball is going to be based on where the quarterback is. It's pretty obvious. So you can see right here, we're on the left hash. We're using Patrick Mahomes, going against Derwin James, 90 speed, zoned out player. So let's go ahead and get into this cover 2. And we're going to use this wide trail. Now, I'm not using Tyreek Hill. I'm not using any of those speedy guys. I'm using Demarcus Robinson to kind of drive a point home that you can use this with a slow wide receiver until they start doing some adjustments behind it. So really easy, max protect, streak A, drag A. And this is what it's looking like. I'm going to go ahead and slide to the right 5,000 times in hopes that a double team actually gets set. We'll even double team this guy so we can roll out, motion snap. Darn it, we messed up, and Tyreek Hill is going to get absolutely smothered, but it's right there. Robinson, easy dot, one play touchdown against a cover 2. If you're able to actually get the timing right and not screw up like me, that streak is essentially just going to be able to assist in pulling that deep half a little bit more to the inside and allow Demarcus Robinson or whoever you have there as your wide receiver to get some more space to work on the sideline. So again, max protect, drag A, slide right, double team right, or slide left, double team left, depending on what kind of quarterback you have. Streak X, motion him over. We'll get the timing right this time so we don't screw it up. Bam. Okay, our double team doesn't work at all, but you get right there. Dot. Super, super easy. So this is going to work against soft squats as well. I'm not going to bother with hard flats. That's kind of more so logical. A hard flat isn't going to guard that whatsoever. If you guys are struggling to understand zones, then check out the link in the description to get a hold of a guide that'll help you understand the basics of Madden, at least in preparation for Madden NFL 21. So again, max protect, I'm going to slide to the right 5,000 times. I don't know how many times I just slid to the right, but we're going to go and double team and slide to the right a few more times. Motion over Tyreek Hill. Again, that's just to pull that deep half a little bit more inside. Kind of have him respect from getting split too easily. It's right there. Bam. Dot. Touchdown. No, I don't know what's going on with that deep half on the left. That deep half is magically getting transformed into an inside third. It almost looks like we're glitching it. I don't know. We might have to check into that a little bit more. But you can see right there, easy dot even against soft squats. So now let's talk a little bit about ways that you can prevent it. I'll give you guys 2 different ways that you can prevent this cover 2 beater from being as effective. The first one, and probably the more obvious one, is to put B into an outside third. But one thing you have to be aware of is that's going to leave the flats wide open on the right side of the field because you're taking away that cloud flat. But you're taking away that deep corner instead. So max protect, A on drag, X on the streak, motion over Tyreek Hill. Whoever your wide receiver is, snap the ball, set the double team. Okay, we forgot to set the double team base right there. We got the flat route, and Travis Kelce, I just clicked on too late. You can see the corner out completely and utterly smothered. So that's one way they can take care of it. The other way is to move this deep half, or whoever you expect the deep corner to run to, just move him out and he'll play it a lot better. It may not be 100% completely shut down, but he will be able to play a little bit better, at least good enough to where you can click on and make a play on the ball. So a stock cover 2, whether it be a hard flat, Tampa 2, or cover 2 sink, it's going to work 100% of the time, no questions at all, until they start doing some of these adjustments. Now, one thing you have to be careful with this particular adjustment is getting clicked onto the safety. You've got to be extremely careful about doing this, because if they try quick hiking you, if it's under 2 minutes, the odds are you're getting stuck on the safety, and you're just going to have to cover that deep part of the field and give up something underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off Tranquil, whatever his name is, and we're going to go ahead and shade to the outside this time. X on a streak, A on a drag, block a Y and RB. Again, I prefer max protect to kind of knock 2 birds with 1 stone. Snap the ball. You'll be able to hit that drag. But then also you'll see he's able to play it a lot better and is able to bat the ball away. Now, if you click on, you're going to be able to make a play on that ball a lot better than what a CPU player can do. I mean, CPUs, they have sucked for a few years, and it still is garbage. Still sucks. These abilities were kind of a handicap, I think, to help CPU players to play a little bit better. Failed attempt, but you can at least get into the area to make a play on the ball. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. We'll go ahead and click on to Derwin James. We'll move him to the outside. We'll shade outside. I'm going to hop back onto defensive line. We'll set this up like we usually do. X on a drag. Or sorry, A on a drag. I don't know how I get these mixed up. A on a drag. X on a streak. Motion him over. Motion snap. We'll roll out. And bam, he gets right there. If we click on, we're going to make a play on that ball a lot easier. That was just a really, really, really terrible animation. There is still a small window that you can hit in between the deep half and the cloud flat. The cloud flat doesn't really play corners too well this year, and it doesn't pass it off good enough to the deep half. So it still is going to require you to click on it, at least try and attempt to make a play on the ball. I'll let you guys, as a note of reference, Derwin James has zoned out. I may have mentioned this already, but he has zoned out and he has 90 speed. So a little bit faster is going to help you. This is as close as I can get to a MUT player. I don't know if anybody else has a zoned out that's faster than Derwin James as far as regs is concerned. So best representation I can give you guys right here is Derwin James. Of course, MUT may play a little bit different because you have some higher speed players. But nonetheless, you're still going to be able to fit this in fairly easily if they play a stock cover 2. If you notice they're dragging out that deep half, it may be a little more bagged and you might need to be a little more careful about taking that instead. So we'll do this one final time. Streak max protect, streak X, drag A. See if we can motion Derwin James out. He's now in the zone, which is going to make it even more difficult to throw against. Motion Tyreek Hill over. Snap the ball. I forgot the double team, but right there, bam, ET, dot. It's a small window to hit, but eventually that cloud flat will give up on that deep corner, and he can still hit it, and now Derwin James is taken out of the zone. So with that being said, that's going to take care of this video. I am planning on posting a full scheme on Patreon. We have a full defensive scheme going up here, so we're going to be posting a full offensive scheme over on Patreon as it launches, and as we meet a few goals, the full scheme will begin. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be starting, at least the Patreon's going to be starting here, I don't know, here in about a week. There's going to be a lot of content over there for you guys as well. But we're going to continue with that defensive scheme over here. I want a little update with this weak close flex. It's a really, really, really small mini scheme. There are some things you can do to it, but I have found as I've been in practice mode a little bit more, it's a little difficult to be able to beat man coverage. There are some things you got to be aware of, so be on the lookout for a weak close flex to resume here shortly. The 3-4 bear, we're going to be wrapping that up here really soon. Pretty much we're going to be topping off on run defense. If there's any particular formations you guys want me to cover in 3-4 bear, let me know in the comment section before it ends. Otherwise, we're going to continue to move on to some other stuff that I have planned for you guys to be releasing on YouTube. So with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you guys. And until next time, get in the lab. This has been T Meister. See ya.